Hello, welcome back to Netrunner from the Bay Area. I have a store championship game here. This is from the Watsonville Store Championship. That's Watsonville, California. A little bit south of San Francisco, about an hour and a half south. And I have two players here featured on the channel quite regularly. I have Adam Cabrera on the left playing as Smoke, and Mr. Andrew Cortez playing on the right as RP. I have Andrew commentating in this game with me. How are you doing tonight, Andrew?
I'm alright. It's red versus green, so we were just thinking about the Christmas theme.
And this was martial law, was the data pack. And let me also comment on the odd camera angle here. So this was me forgetting that vital connection piece between the camera and the camera mount when I was on BART that's our train in the local San Francisco area. When I was on the train in the morning and realizing I'd forgotten that, but luckily the store had a little bit of duct tape, so we made it work kind of. But apologies for the weird angle.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Steven Spielberg did this in the famous film E.T. During pre-shaky cam, so it's all good.
Yeah, you probably don't realize it because that movie was just so good, you get wrapped into it, but the whole movie was filmed at this particular angle. So we figured, if it's good enough for Steven, it's good enough for us.
Exactly.
Both players taking a mulligan. And so what is your RP deck all about?
Installing stuff and waiting. That's it's about dealing that card damage to the runner.
So this is a prison deck, as it's lovingly called, and Adam putting Temujin on HQ. Why do you think he does that?
Because he's being a huge jerk. He does this all the time. He always goes HQ, and then there's all the stuff that you can trash in there, and so it's not good for me.
Yes, he's attacking you. Oh boy, future perfect right off the start here. So he's doing his fake dice roll thing here. It does not influence his decision, although he will tell you otherwise.
It's all for show. Ooh, got him, dodged him.
Yeah, and he bids too, I think, because you're still in the money here after hedge fund, so he figures you're likely to bid more off of it, especially on just a 1 in 5, 1 in 4 now on HQ.
Right. Yeah,
so
but I don't follow any logic, so it's fine. Ooh, gotcha.
Shock.
Ooh.
It's okay. So he decides to trash it. So yeah, it was an odd thing here happened with the store championship. This was from December 10th. Martial law had just been released, and for some reason, pretty much, I'd say about half the players all decided to play prison decks out of nowhere. No, I haven't seen a prison deck in the Bay Area basically ever. Maybe John has played it in the past once or twice.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a really weird thing. I think we were all just super hyped for the first store championship, so we just decided to go full try-hard mode.
And my theory on that is that everyone kind of decided they weren't exactly sure what the meta was going to be like. Martial law had just released. And so, let's just play prison and diaper. There were a lot of diaper decks, too.
Yeah.
And everyone came to this at the same time independently.
Yeah, and it's funny, all of the prison decks and all of the diaper decks were all different. They were all different IDs or different, card consistency in terms of what little spicy bullets they had put in. So
let's
really
talk
good.
about your choice of RP here, because interestingly enough, Adam, the player on the left, had also decided to take RP, right? He did a prison deck, I think different from yours, but
right.
Yeah. So why did you come to RP?
Because every damn runner on this planet has 1,700 credits at the end of turn 1, so I may as well tax you a click rather than try and tax you credits. I just felt like every runner is super rich, so I may as well try and tire you out click-wise.
Interesting. So Adam, I talked to him about it. He had a similar theory. His theory was more that he has so much recursion in the deck with preemptive action, friends in high places, that he didn't want to depend on face-down cards.
Right.
He wanted to put minimal ice on centrals and then just, like you said, just tax them on the click instead of the credits. Just when you have so much recursion, that's another good question. Were you playing Museum in this deck?
In this version of the deck, yes, but right after this tournament, I took it out because it was just so much. You just don't need it.
Right. Yeah, with friends and preemptive, it starts to become just overkill at some point. You just have too much. So that was Adam's theory on that. So Adam playing a smoke deck of his own creation. It's a lot of smoke decks have kind of converged to a similar spot. So I don't know if there's anything too surprising here, but Adam, I think, is our local stealth player. Would you say that that's accurate?
That's 1,000% accurate. No contest.
Yeah, he's been playing stealth since early 2016, I think.
Yeah, it may have even been a little bit earlier, but maybe, for sure. As soon as Haley came out, it definitely started there. Yeah,
and he has half of his combo there, so he has What's the neutral current that scores you another point there that I'm forgetting the name of on the runner side?
Freedom through equality.
He has freedom through equality, so he's looking for indexing and one Jackson out of the equation, so... But you sure are rezzing on. Okay, what did you just res there?
Genetics Pavilion, so it doesn't... It says the runner can't draw more than 2 cards this turn.
Okay. So that'll definitely slow Adam down. I'm not sure if he's really going to be able to build up the tempo here to attack your assets, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he probably needs to let me have a turn with assets so he can try and get some economy so that he can then see what HQ is so that he can get his Tumusian money. Because if it's something like vanilla, it's very easy and cheap for him to break. But if it's something like Kamainu, he's absolutely screwed, and he needs money essentially for both of those situations.
So I believe he has trashed one of the bioethics. The other one got put back in with Jackson. I think that's the state of things. Okay.
Right.
Oh, does hostile infrastructure work on... It's just trashing any card,
yeah,
huh?
any core card, including hostile infrastructure and ice. So
including... I mean, it's not even installed. It's
right, correct. It's
yeah.
any... Yeah.
Right, that's a detail on that card I sometimes forget. So he's not able to trash Jackson, and oh my god. Okay, so you install 2 things and play Friends in high places. Looks like you're installing...
A bioethics and a face down.
Face down, got it. Mm-hmm. So he knows where the bioethics is, and this enforced curfew is so dangerous because you could have Chairman Hero down there on the first remote, huh?
Oh, absolutely, or any of them at that point. I mean, I just made 3 new remotes, I think.
Yeah, I think there's 3. There's like 4 cards down right now that I think are unknown to Adam. At least 3 that could potentially be Hero, and that is a big risk here for him. So, what is your usual kill that you go for here?
It's honestly a mixture of things.
Future perfect.
I think, I mean, having the continuous bioethics is just so damn annoying, along with hostile infrastructure and genetics pavilion if you're lucky to have all of those. So he just ripped that future perfect. It was a top card of R&D, so, I mean, when that usually happens, I just bid 0 and let it happen. Yeah. And then, of course, the whole Ronin thing. Honestly, Hero is probably the least important in the combo. You're constantly doing net damage to them, so you can get into a situation where they're at 2 cards very easily.
With Enforced Curfew and Hero, I think the kill threshold's a lot smaller, right? You can, bioethics Neural, I think, does it. 2 bioethics Neural. There's just a lot of combinations. So he's going to trash the hostile infrastructure.
Yep.
So I think you have a Jackson down on the board right now. Do you think you could have maybe used Jackson to just get a shuffle instead of giving up the future perfect?
I don't know if I have Jackson on the board. I might, yeah.
He saw it in HQ. Remember, he saw it in HQ when...
I think I used it. It's in the top left of my map.
No, that was a different Jackson.
Oh, okay.
He ran HQ. I think you declined to res, and then you res the hostile infrastructure, which is why you're down to 4 credits now.
Right. Oh, and he just scored a Hero, so Hero was on the board.
Hero.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, so he's sweeping your remotes right now. He got rid of the infrastructure. He's down to no money at this point.
Right.
But he can just be able to go into HQ to get a bit more. It looks like he has another 4 credits on Temujin. I think that's how he tracks it. Yeah, it must be. Okay, Diesel up. So he can only draw 2 cards with the Diesel, though, huh?
Right, yeah. We were both laughing about that.
Yeah. He does it anyway, doesn't he? Yeah. All right, so there's Museum.
Oh yeah. No, I already drew my card. It was...
Too late.
Yep, too late for me. Yeah, all right, so there's Jackson on there.
So you could have used the Jackson to maybe just get the shuffle effect, but maybe not the correct call there. Or honestly, you might have just not considered that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would just I figured it's a really low agenda density, obviously. So I think I was just like whatever.
But yeah, with that Hero, Adam is up to 5 points now.
Right.
So that the kill threshold is low, but the score threshold is equally low.
Yep.
Right, so Adam there, I didn't even catch his turn. What did he do?
He ran R&D and then I think ran R&D, drew, took 2 credits.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah, because you res the museum.
Right.
Maybe bioethics went back in. I didn't.
I put a hedge fund back in because I have a DNA tracker in my hand. I want to be able to res.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, this is a really interesting matchup here. Adam needs to balance economy with accesses and with just defending against that kill. So
right.
At this point, I would be very tempted just to be drawing it for indexing and just getting as many accesses as I could.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's already at 5 points. So
He does have indexing in hand.
Oh, yeah, I think he does it, too.
Yeah, I just saw it, so it might be a quick game.
It's a nerve-wrecker.
And you and Adam doing pretty well at this store championship, as I remember. We had 13 people down there in Watsonville.
Yeah. I did my natural bubble at 5th. That's where I'm most comfortable. And then I think Adam got 4th or 3rd.
I think Adam was maybe 6th. I don't because I was
Archer.
Was
he 6th? Oh, okay.
No,
oh, that's right. Yeah, I think he's right behind me. Yeah.
He barely missed it, probably on strength of schedule. Yeah, I know you all were really close. Okay, so it does not see the agenda.
Yeah.
I think sees enforced curfew, sees a bioethics, sees hostile, sees dedication ceremony, psychic field. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Bunch of nonsense.
Bunch of good stuff. It's great because I'm hoping he just doesn't trash Museum of History, because then I can just shuffle and then undo the indexing.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be in his favor to allow you to shuffle.
Sure, yeah, because then he's getting 5 on top of it. I think, I just think a fresh shuffle is probably better than him making me not get certain cards. So I'd rather just take the chance of getting good cards.
Right. Rather than him knowing everything
right, exactly.
And having control over it.
Totally, yeah.
Sure, that's fair. That means it's probably in both your favors to let it shuffle, because Adam, he is on a clock in a certain sense, so he needs to get those axes, find the agenda. Like you said, it's low density. What is your agenda spread here?
So this was 54, so what was it? It was 2 Future Perfect, 3 GFI, or 2 GFI, Philotic, and 2 or 3 Fetals, something like that.
I see.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. But,
however that math works out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not interested in it. I just did it.
You're just throwing agendas in until it adds up to the right number.
Exactly. I'm like,
that Netrunner DB allows.
Right, exactly. We got a big old 22 there. We're good.
Yeah, I think you and I are not very mathy people. We're just...
Yeah, no.
I like to throw the cards down, see what happens.
Yeah, don't think about it too much.
No. So Diversified gives you that DNA tracker money.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a monster card. I mean, it's really great, because if you throw out Psychic Fields, or if you're playing with Shikyus, or even if you install Shocks, or whatever, or Snares, it's great because they just sit on the board, and then they're just credits for you later on down the road.
You're getting really a credit off Turtlebacks. You are then getting the Diversified, so it's paying you double time.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, a lot of shuffling.
Yeah, doing Shuffle Simulator 5000 for a little bit.
I wonder if a museum would be an unplayable card if it just put the card on the bottom of the deck rather than shuffled it in. Would it change it much?
I don't know. I putting it on the bottom, doesn't the shard do that?
Yes, that is how Hades shard works.
Right.
What the hell? Wait, why did this happen? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wrong one. Yeah.
I thought there was some pro tip I didn't know.
Oh, no. That's not like the 5 pieces of Exodia. That's just the unique part of Exodia.
If you res all 3 Genetics Pavilion, you have resed 3 Genetics Pavilion.
Exactly right, yeah. There's one exception to the rule. Yeah.
So Adam deciding to play the card Sure Gamble in his deck. What does this tell you about the rest of his deck?
Probably full of crutches like a hospital.
What?
Sure Gamble's a crutch. Everyone knows that.
It is true. It's the end the run of ice. What's the joke I'm trying to make? You know how Damon Stone said, "End the run is a crutch"?
Yeah. And the run's a crutch.
I'm trying to make some joke about that. Maybe someone more talented than me can finish that one.
Damon
so
jokes.
he's going to install the card Dagger to start breaking these subroutines because he doesn't want to take just a ton of damage.
Yeah. Losing your entire hand is not very good.
Wow, he had a lot of money, and now he has not as much money.
That's what's sweet about Kamainu, and especially against these stealth decks, is a lot of them are not running Switchblade, so they're still paying for 5 subs. Which is great, because I think with Smoke and Netmerker and all that nonsense, it's very hard to tax stealth credits nowadays, so you may as well just go for the biggest number in general. And I think subs is obviously a great way to do that. They can, of course, still use the credits, but, you know.
This isn't that bad against Switchblade 2 because it does require 2 stealth credits. So
right, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like he decides to spend the second stealth credit and just jack out rather than... Because he can't go deal with your DNA tracker. He sees that you have 10 credits, and that is greater than 7, so he jacks out.
Yep.
Adam makes good decisions like that.
Well, he's a math person, so that's a huge cheat, you know. That
is a cheat, yeah. Maybe if you're a math person, you start the game with 4 credits, just so you have to do more math.
Exactly, yeah. Hey, why don't you get to 5? Why don't you figure that one out?
Do the equation, buddy.
Yeah. You want me to integrate that for you? Yeah.
Oh, God, you just went way over my head.
I read that in a textbook once, so I don't know what it means, but it's fine.
It sounds right to me. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, all right. I'll take it.
So I've noticed you've not scored any agenda points yet. What's your plan there?
Oh, my plan for scoring?
Yeah.
So I mean, well, I have 1 merger, so you just gotta keep it. No, I wish.
Wait, hold on a second. You're not playing merger, are you?
No. I'm playing 1 Philotic. So,
Philotic, yeah.
So here's just a quick little breakdown of my scoring plan. So I want to rush to 2 points and then stay right there. that's my general scoring plan.
So you'll just Philotic's probably on the table, and all you're going to do is you're going to treat that as 3 clicks, 3 credits to do 2 net damage.
Yeah, sure. A interesting neural EMP.
Oh, he gets rid of your current. This is the current wars.
Shoe boy. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna definitely shuffling that right back.
God. I'm just glad you don't have the operation tutor that Waylon has, because that's where it gets really disgusting.
Oh yeah. There's some disgusting stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I did that, I said, "Oh, it's gonna be like that," or something like that.
So let's talk about prison decks here for a second. I think I tend to avoid commentating games like this. I think because certain players do not appreciate archetypes like this, and let's not go into that.
Sure.
But yeah, what am I trying to get here? Yeah, I thought it was important to commentate this game, and there'll probably be 1 or 2 more games like this on the channel pretty soon. Because we had so many just represented at the Store Championship. And maybe that's because Friends in High Places just came out.
Yeah.
But I suspect that this is going to be an archetype going forward that we're going to see more of. Do you agree with that?
I think so. So, I mean, me playing this deck, just at least bringing it to the Store Championship, so at least in the SF meta right before this, I felt like there was actually a fair amount of smoke in general, like regardless of what that deck was doing, and I felt like this was a good response to that. I mean, Smoke has a smaller deck size, which is advantageous to doing some type of net damage strategy, barring feedback filter and whatnot. But also, since it's the Bay Area, everyone just likes to play the card Account Siphon, which is annoying enough. And so being able to do kind of an asset strategy where I can res assets in defense, or in this deck I have Sealed Vault, so literally the best defense against Account Siphon, other than ending the run. I just felt like that was an immediate response to the runners that I was seeing. And so, yeah.
Got it.
I think asset decks will certainly probably stay around. I think Criminal is going to have a really, really big part of the playfield. I know the whole Andy rabbit hole, security nexus, yada, yada, yada was coming back pretty strong with like power tap and all that stuff. And that's okay against that stuff. But so I think there will certainly be a place for it.
Yeah, I think there's just enough support over the past couple data packs even that we're going to see quite a bit more of it. And it's clearly very strong.
Yeah, I think the only change that might happen is, so like at this Store Champ, for an example, almost all of the decks were kill asset decks, and I think with the release of On the Lam, which is a super nasty good card, I think
Ooh.
I think there might be less damage decks going on.
Okay, so that must have been... Okay, so you overwrote probably a shock with Jackson, right?
No, a Psychic Field, because I want to be able to throw it down again.
Got it. Yeah, fair enough. And you can bring it back with Museum. And,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the last Jackson.
Yep. And that's fine. I mean, yeah. I figure I'm going to kill him by having him hit a Psychic Field or getting one of the assets I need. So I shouldn't be worried so much about agendas right now, because, I mean... He's already at 5 points. If that's going to happen, that's going to happen.
This is possible. So he must be at 5 cards, right?
I think so, yeah.
And you didn't res a hero, so this is a tempo play here.
Correct, yeah. So I probably have a Friends in High Places in hand, or I'm expecting that I'm going to draw one soon. Just like, because the deck is getting smaller and I'm Jacksoning, so...
Right, and he does have Employee Strike in, so he can get into your service more efficiently, but... Also, I think it's pretty likely you have a hostile infrastructure on the table, or we'll put one down right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So that's the real problem that he has here. He needs to trash the bioethics, but he's on exactly 4 credits, and if you have hostile infrastructure, maybe he still does it. He's on 3 cards now. He'd have to run 2 times to trash. He'd have 1 card, and he could draw a couple cards on this turn.
Yeah.
Not a horrible play, but it's not a winning play for sure. I'm not sure if he has a better thing to do, though.
Yeah. That's also, like, the general good thing about, like, what I think with, like, RP is that, like, if he doesn't have Employee Strike now, this gets even worse. Because most likely he's taking a click that's not going to allow him to win or help him. And then, like, he's only left with 3 things to do, which is huge.
Yeah. And he would have to run on your archives right now, and then,
Yeah. So he's going for... Right now I think he's going for a Ripperoni out of HQ just to try and win the game.
Yeah, and no, he can do that pretty efficiently. He has only 3... Okay, so that is Baku. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so that's going to say no. That's going to...
Yeah, he does not have the Barrier Breaker, which in this deck is it's Corroder. Gordian Blade Fractors.
Yeah, Gordian Blade is really good at breaking fractors. With
he plays Gordian Blade and Tinkering as his fractor choice.
Yeah, he doesn't need a whole fractor.
Oh, that'd be good. If you just recurred Tinkering enough, you'd have Refractor just to break any barriers.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Real good. Well, you could paintbrush, right? That's the preferred.
That's no one's doing that. No. Paintbrushes in the tool shed.
Yeah, that card was I remember even Lucas saying at one point that was one card that he thought he kind of was too conservative of on the design.
Right. Yeah.
It could have been less memory, could have been lower install cost, whatever. I forget what he said. He was on some podcast, I believe. But
yeah.
Not that paintbrush is going to be the salvation here for Adam.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're just butting right up into a space here.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to disrupt his play, but quite literally.
So he's just trying to find the agenda here, and I guess drawing cards to compensate for the bioethics.
Right. Yep. Yeah, he's got to go there eventually.
He also he saw a dedication ceremony on the index earlier, so it's pretty likely you're on Ronin Kill anyway, just looking at the rest of your deck, but he knows you are.
Right.
And so, it's really risky to go after the bioethics because he's going to take hostile damage, and then you can, Ronin kill him.
Yeah, I think right now he's got to get rid of that pavilion because he has no recovery options.
No,
I don't know.
Okay, we know that you have another pavilion down. I'm not sure if you accidentally revealed that to him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he can also just assume you have another pavilion down. I think most of these decks have at least 2 or 3, right?
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, I think he's kind of just on the credit up, get an access, draw cards kind of plan.
Right. Yeah. I mean, cards are credits at this point.
And he has some support for that. He does have his stealth rig. He has Networker. Networker can draw a card if he needs to. Oh boy, that is disappointing.
Yeah, he's got to handle those subs.
Yeah. So having only 3 cards is helping him there.
Yep.
but he has the tracker to deal with after, which is 6 strength, right?
Yes, 6 strength, 3 subs.
Oh, man. So I think he can break it. He jacks out. No? What is he doing? I think he can do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's breaking it. I think he's deciding how to break it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because he boosts twice, and then he has 3 credits here to...
Yeah.
What just happened there? Why did he
No. He's deciding how to break Kamainu right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he needs to get this access. It's so crazy. It's just a single access, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe HQ is more... He can't get into HQ right now because of Baku, but do you think you tend to have more Jennas than HQ at this point in the game?
I think at this point, yeah, because, I mean... yeah. Ooh.
Oh, boy. So he's maybe thinking that you were hiding... Oh, yeah, he's looking for a hero. He had exactly 5 credits.
Right, yeah. I think I bet nothing here. Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, he got it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I should have done a Dan Dargenio, smack the table. But I did not do that. Oh, yeah, shit. And then I res the wrong thing. See, this is a very easy way to show that I have no idea how to play these decks.
You've just shown him.
I'm just like, hey, you want to take a free look? Here you go.
What are you going to get here? Maybe just a Ronin?
No, I'm probably getting a hostile infrastructure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So maybe you didn't have... Well, you might have still had a hostile infrastructure down, and you're just getting 2 to ensure he has no play there.
Yeah.
Just, with 1, he maybe had a play to clear the bioethics, but with 2, not
right.
possible.
Again, that's the sick thing about this deck, is it's just like... You don't have to... Again, like, you don't have to Ronin kill him. Or a hero kill him. Like, you can just keep hitting them for 2. And it's super annoying.
So do you bother with Neural AMP in this deck?
Nah, I don't have it. I've thought about putting 1 in, just so that you could have another way. Oh, yeah. And,
you got the combo.
Yeah, I hit an indexing and freedom, which is huge for me.
The freedom wasn't necessary at this point, because you're not on any one.
Oh, that's right. It's more the indexing, yeah.
Yeah, the indexing would have... It's such a huge play for him to get to. That being said, he can't ignore that. I was going to say he can ignore the Komainu on the second run, but that tracker is going to get him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It would be tough. Oh, God, friends in high places. You have face downs there we didn't even see.
Yeah. And I think I just do 1. Yeah, no, I was pretty sure I just did 1 for friends in high places. Unless I'm deciding. Maybe. Oh, no, I think I'm deciding.
Oh, yeah, okay, this is fine. So
yeah. So the reason I do that is, again, I want a chance to get Psychic Field. Right. Yeah.
So you could put Psychic back in with the museum. And
right.
He knows where the shock is, but you just power diversified with it, basically.
Right, exactly. Turn it on other cards.
So you didn't go down a remote for the purposes of diversified. You maintained the same number.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And it's not like you need that shock in archives. He's not really he's not going to rebirth into Omar here. Or that wouldn't even stop Omar. What am I talking about?
Right, yeah, he's going. He can do whatever.
That being said, I'm pretty confident he's not going to rebirth into Omar. That would be the surprising play of the night.
Yeah, I would let it happen, I think.
Yeah, if you tried that, you'd have to let him go, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, this is too bold.
Yeah. Alright, so drawing one of his 2 allowed cards. Yeah, these are called prison decks because it's like you're telling the runner they can't do anything.
You just can't, right? Yeah, if it gets off, like...
You're not allowed to play Netrunner anymore.
Yeah. Choose a server.
Choose a server and single access your way.
Yeah, exactly.
And his opportunities here are getting smaller and smaller. He needs to get through one of these servers. And HQ is just so unattractive because he would need to, he'd have to put Corroder down. He's out of memory, so he'd have to put Mirror down first just to support Corroder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so bad. Oh, and he sees Turning Wheel. That would have been nice on turn 1.
Yeah.
So what do you fear the most when you're playing this deck? What runner do you not want to see?
Wizard. Yeah. I mean, they have early siphon. They have credits built in. That's just 100% the one you don't want to see. Yeah.
I think do we have any wizards at the store championship?
No, there was not a single wizard player.
And there was like one CTM?
Yeah. I think we all were just like, we're going to have one. Yeah, and then here I just do dedication Ronin. And that's it.
Oh, yeah, because he was down to just...
Right, exactly. Left. Yeah.
Oh, was that Future Perfect down on the table?
No, I think I threw my hand. There was a Future Perfect. Yeah. There was one Future Perfect in hand.
Yeah, that's so hard for him to get through, and then it's a side game. And,
right.
Yeah. With the Wizard CTM thing, the current consensus is that everyone just sort of wrapped around on the metagame. Mm-hmm. That, people here were trying to win the tournament. It's not like everyone was just playing Jank or whatever. It's just everyone sort of just anticipated the hate to those decks and sort of wrapped around maybe 2 or 3 times to end up at Diaper and Prison decks for some reason.
Yeah, we're just doing it live.
Okay, so you pick up the win on that game. Any last comments on that?
No. I mean, that deck is certainly frustrating to play against, and I think more people should at least just consider RP versus the standard like IG for that thing. I guess that's kind of it.
That's a good call. We saw you didn't have a lot of face downs for sure. You weren't prioritizing that as you know. But there's just so much recursion that you had available to you that just wasn't even necessary. And I think there's a consensus now that Museum might even be overkill. You could just go 49 and
absolutely
leaner, meaner deck. And,
yep.
Okay, you're showing off your Diaper deck
there.
Yeah. In case it wasn't already nonsense. Obvious enough. At this point in the tournament, Adam may have known that. Yeah. Anyway, let's finish it up here.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll have a few more videos from the Store Championship. A few more Prison decks, a few Diaper decks, and hopefully some people beating those decks, but we'll see. That's it for now.
Check it out.